What's up? We're back with another Coinlist sale. The first one in, I don't know how many months? Many months. Does this mean the bull market is back? The jury is still out on that. However, it's pretty interesting that Coinlist has announced a sale right about now. Bitcoin is ranging between 28 and 32. And look, there's overall market sentiment is a lot more positive than it was 6 or 7 months ago. And if you remember, Coinlist launched projects like Flow, Solana about this time before the previous bull run. So let's dive into the latest one on Coinlist, Cyberconnect. Cyberconnect is a decentralized social graph protocol that allows applications to bootstrap network effects. Built on EVM chain, Cyberconnect allows the individual to really own their own identity and own their own content through the use of special NFTs and things like soulbound tokens. It also gives developers the toolkit and the ability to create truly engaging experiences for these identities across these platforms. Now some quick stats on Cyberconnect. As of April 2023, aka last month, there has been 875,000 Web3 user profiles minted on Cyberconnect. Now, you must understand people can mint several profiles, so, take that figure with a bit of salt. There's also been 7.3 million transactions across the various blockchains. There are over 300,000 users using the decentralized applications, and Link 3 is the foremost social network per se that is leading this charge. That's not to be confusing Link 3, as in the thing that grows out of the ground, and the number 3. This one's the number 3. I know, it gets confusing in the Web3 space. The protocol is built on top of IPFS, aka Filecoin, and Ceramic, and this allows it essentially to be blockchain agnostic, which is important going forward. I'm going to quickly go through the 5 core concepts or unique selling points or features per se of Cyberconnect, so let's get into it. Number 1, Cyber Profile Identity. Cyber Profile Identity is an NFT based off the ERC 721 standard. Think about your cyber profile as a special ID where you can integrate things like your Twitter, your Medium, your Mirror XYZ, your MetaMask addresses, and you can integrate them all into one place. But also you can get to do some special things with this cyber profile. Number 2 is a subscribe NFT connection. Subscribe NFTs are basically NFTs that show a special connection between two identities or people on the internet. And think of them as like Subscribe 2.0. So you can program stuff into NFTs, you can create it like a subscription service for like Patreon. And these NFTs have different rules that are malleable to your needs and wants. Number 3 is follow and like connections, and they're pretty similar to what we have now. These are not NFTs, but they are stored off chain, so applications and developers don't take a lot of time to load them. They are done through this thing called independent proof, which is a way of tracking them. I'll go into more detail in a second. Next up, number 4 is posting and commenting, and that's kind of what we know already. Again, it is not an NFT, much like the follow and like connections. It is stored off chain. This is because it makes it easier and quicker for dApps to handle all this extra data without expending extra time, money and effort. And to keep everything safe and up to date, they use, again, the independent proof, which gives them a way of tracking what you as an individual or entity share, and it helps them keep the latest version of your shared content up to date, and most importantly, make sure you're the only one that can change it. Finally, number 5, we have an Essence NFT. An Essence NFT is a generic NFT that any profile NFT holders can issue to represent any piece of content. So that could be video content, a blog, and so on and so forth. Each Essence NFT, in its essence, get it? No, I'm sorry. Can be configured however you want. So it could be like a pay to mint for crowdfunding, a hold to mint for community participants. It could also be configured like a soulbound token, which is just completely latched to the address it's given to originally for life. So it lets people like configure them how they want it, which is super interesting. If you think about this as like NFTs 2.0 in a sense, previously we had NFTs which are like profile picture NFTs like the Bored Apes, and they're kind of like one-dimensional in this sense. We're trying to move move on to like multifunctional NFTs with Cyberconnect and with these Essence NFTs. Even if you think about like blockchains in 2011, 2012, we had Bitcoin, which is everyone's trying to copy, and they did copy it. They created Litecoin, which was just like 4 times as many Litecoins are going to be created by Bitcoin. It's a fair bit quicker, but in essence, right, it was like a carbon copy, right? Bitcoin silver to the gold. But here we're having like, you know, the Ethereum moment in NFTs, I would argue, and we're having a lot more ability to do things with the NFTs rather than just art and things like that. So next, let's look at the team. I went on the website and it wasn't very clear where the team was. So I quickly went onto LinkedIn, as you do, and I saw they had 34 employees on LinkedIn. And then if you go to the co-founder, Xu Zed is a co-founder of Cyberconnect. He's originally from or based in Shanghai, China, and he's also been on the blockchain director of the interactive entertainment with BitTorrent, co-founder of DLive. I'm not completely aware of that, which was acquired by BitTorrent. And then Lino Network went to the Wharton School of Business, MIT, and New York University. So that's pretty impressive there. If you go on to Crypto Coin Show, which is a show that interviews founders, we can see here Wilson Y, who was also a co-founder and CEO of Cyberconnect. However, I couldn't really find him that easily on the website. So that's like, I don't know, a bit weird. I personally wouldn't be going for that. I'd like people to show what they've done, like the team behind it, especially if we're investing decent amount of money in them. So Cyberconnect are going to be the future of Web3 social media and social graphs. Let's see how they're doing on Web3. We quickly go to the Twitter. We can see they've had 1,500 tweets. They have 350,000 followers, which is a lot of followers. And their engagement is sky high, like 900,000 impressions on this, 32,000 likes, 30,000 retweets. It's a lot there. Like again, 18,000, 17,000 for the Coinlist 404. That is part of a thread. A few quote tweets and stuff. Quote tweeting here, another 6,000, 5,000. Like that's a scary amount of engagement on Twitter. So it does make you wonder, like, because usually you'll have posts that just don't particularly perform that well, but they seem to be consistently getting posts like in a lot of engagement. So yeah, take from that what you will. There is also, if we go onto their Telegram, we can see maybe a little bit more detail. Just checking out their Telegram here, we can see like, you know, it's kind of not as like English based. I see a lot of people asking for the Chinese Telegram group. So like we can see there's not that many messages if you compare it to the lots of messages and interactions there on the Twitter. So yeah, just things to bear in mind. You can have a look in the Discord there as well and make your own opinions. If we look to the Crunchbase, we can see their total amount of funding is a cool 25 million. With their latest funding round, according to Crunchbase now, 17th of May 2022, which was a Series A round. So then we can go in here and see like the investors, any names that we reckon. Delphi Digital's there and thereabouts. I know that name. Spartan Group, obviously, Polygon Studios, Amioka Brands, which would be a large one there, and there's a couple of others. So yeah, a lot of money's been raised so far, so a serious project in that regard. Next, we're just going on to the GitHub, and what I'm looking for here is just constant demonstration of progress, right? So what we want to look for is just like consistent adding to the code base. So 11 hours ago last week, 4th of April, 31st of March, 30th of March, 17th of March, 15th or 7th, 6th. So yeah, this is really good. This is exactly what I'm kind of looking for. Just constant demonstration of progress. 24th, 10th. Then we had a bit of a gap then to October 17th. But like still in the last, since February anyway, we're seeing a constant demonstration of progress here with the updates to GitHub repository even. So yes, this is good. I like this a lot. Just a quick top tip from me. If you look to the older posts, the blog posts specifically of projects, you can really see what they mean to do, how they set out their stall. And this one from the 15th of November 2021, I think gives a good indication of Cyberconnect and what it's all about and what it tries to do. Gives you a good idea of the ethos of the project and seeing the long-term vision of it, and or does it have any. But the most important thing, as we all know, is the sale on Coinlist. So let's quickly get onto that. It's going to be a public sale. And let's quickly go through the token distribution and vesting. So team and advisors have 15%, which is, you know, a little bit, it's probably a bit regular. You can be as low as 10% and then as high as 20%. So 15% is probably in the middle. It's locked for 15 months after TGE and then 3-year linear vesting. So, you know, it's like 4 years before the team of advisors get all their tokens. So that's pretty good, I'd say. Private sale coming in at 25%, which is quite large, but again, it's locked for 12 months. So you don't have to worry about that with your Coinlist sale. And then again, 3-year vesting every quarter. So yeah, pretty reasonable there. Now we get into the community treasury, which is 10%, which is 10% unlocked at TGE and the remaining 90% linear over the next 5 years. So that is only really 1.8% unlocked TGE. Community rewards, 12%. Again, it's 20% for early adopters unlocked at TGE. So that's 2.4% unlocked at TGE, and then 80% for future community rewards. Okay, Coinlist, so we only have 3% for the public sale here. 25% is unlocked at TGE, but crucially and very importantly, the remaining 75% is unlocked over the next 6 months, which is the quickest out of all of them. So that's pretty good. Now we look at the ecosystem development, which is broken up. Okay, so ecosystem partners, what are they? So 20% unlocked at TGE, which is 9%. So that's 1.8% is unlocked at TGE. Developer community at 10%, 5% is unlocked at TGE, so that's 0.5%. Don't worry, I'll add it all up for you at the end. And then early integration partners, I don't know what they are. Anyway, 10% is unlocked at TGE, which is 0.5%. And marketing, again, 10% unlocked at TGE, which is like 1%. So overall, if we add all this up together for the token distribution, we have 4.95% unlocked here for the Coinlist for these here, and then with the ecosystem development it is 2.9%. So you have a total of 7.85% being unlocked at TGE, with your Coinlist representing 0.75% of that. So that's about 10%, give or take a few decimal point, or a few, like a small bit. So yeah, that gives you an idea token distribution and the vesting schedules there. Crucially, you have all your tokens vested if you get into Coinlist sale within 6 months. So quickly going through the Coinlist announcement of Cyberconnect, we can see that there is 3 million cyber tokens, as I've previously said, with an additional 2% that can come from the community sale at the option, at the discretion of Cyberconnect, and a price of $1.80. So if we multiply the $1.80 with your 10 or 100 million tokens, we have a total FDV of 180 million. So where does that line up against its competitors? So if we quickly look at Hive here, we have a market cap currently of 150 million, and that ranks at 219. And then the other one is Decentralized Social, which would be having a market cap of 135 million. So we could see that Cyberconnect will come in before both of these. There are, of course, several other social graphs, decentralized social graphs, so you can check it out here. You can see Mastodon is one, popular among the free speech libertarians. Peepit, I haven't heard of much of. Hive, which I referenced just there. Pixel Field. Lens Protocol is perhaps one of the more popular ones that I'm aware of, with the team behind Aave and Steemit and so on and so forth. So you can check out the article here with what are decentralized social networks. I'll leave that in the descriptions below. Finally, to conclude, if you think about it, Coinlist, well, they really need to win. They haven't had a sale in about 6 or 9 months. And the previous ones that they had were, well, there was some crazy valuations. And also, well, they haven't performed well. This is in no small part due to the massive downturn in the market. However, if I was Coinlist, I'd be thinking, I really want a winner. I want to hit the ground running. I want a home run. And I think Cyberconnect could possibly deliver that for them. It's very positive that you have full access to your tokens 6-7 months after the TGE, which I think is a real positive. And if you like discussing projects pre-TGE or even just crypto in general or the markets, like, we have a Telegram group, which I'd really recommend you to come down and say hello. And also, if we haven't done one of these in a while, so if you appreciate the time that we spent doing this, I'd really appreciate if you could give us a like, a comment, and of course, a subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm Zach. This is Altcoin Edge. I'm out. Burp.